This is the Synergy Cyclone. Thank you to Synergy for sending me up a review unit. I have been bouncing around the countryside. Up and down the hills. I've been going through the forest. I've been tearing it up because this is a really accomplished, powerful off-roading electric scooter. Now, I have been able to ride around the streets of Victoria and get a sense of what it feels like. But let me give you some of the highlights, and I'm going to share one of the highlights at the very end, so you won't want to miss that, especially if you're a big guy. It has twin 1,000 watt motors, so obviously motors at the front and the rear, a 48 volt battery with an 18 amp hour battery and stuck inside the deck. Don't! It lights up like a Christmas tree, which is really cool, especially at nighttime. I'll show you some B-roll of that right now. Light at the front. Brakes are disc brakes, front and rear. And there's a whole bunch of other things I want to share with you, but what I want to do next, I'm going to go for a little bit more of a ride around Victoria, and then I'm going to share with you what I like and what I don't like about the Synergy Cyclone. Before I take off, let me just share with you the suspension. Really nice suspension, front and rear. You can see it's all mucked up in here with all the dirt. And then the tires themselves are 10-inch, 3 inches wide off-road tires. But as I said, they're actually pretty decent on the road too. So I'm not unhappy with this. Sometimes with off-road tires, you just cannot ride on the roads. But these ones have been absolutely terrific. Thumbs up so far. Actually, I'm really liking the suspension too. It's not so bouncy. It's actually pretty decent. I mean, over the bumps and stuff like that, it ate up the big bumps. But here I am on the sidewalk, and it's not giving me that crazy big bounce, which is nice and comfortable. Especially when you're going in these corners and you're just weaving around, it's not giving you that extra bounce, which is nice. It is an adjustable steering, so I guess, sorry, it is an adjustable suspension, so I guess I could do something with it, but for my size, 265 pounds, 6 feet tall, I'm actually pretty happy with this. This is actually, I'm quite happy with this. We're gonna stop up ahead here and I'm gonna talk to you about the weight of it. And, oh, I really do enjoy riding around a scooter. Oh my goodness, this is so much fun. Let me talk to you a little bit about folding up the Synergy Cyclone. It's pretty simple. It's got a clamp at the front and it's spring loaded, which makes it really simple for putting it back down, and it's folded down. Now, once I'm folded down, I should share with you, it is 77 pounds, so it's not light, but at least you can toss it in the trunk of your car if you'd like to. And it doesn't lock the actual handlebars, not locked down to the deck when you do this, but there is a little catch, which if you want to use right up here, that will let you do that. So you can actually clamp it right on to the deck there as well. So if you wanted to go one-handed, you know, if you're super strong and you want to walk around with it one-handed, you can do that as well. I'm gonna walk right off camera here and you're gonna film the beautiful background. This is actually kind of handy because if I say anything intelligent while we're riding, it's actually captured. As I mentioned before, it is spring loaded, so as I just lift up the stem, it snaps into place, and then it has this lovely, super powerful, super strong clamp. And I gotta say, once that's locked down, there's no wiggle room whatsoever in the stem when I'm riding around. And I'm a big guy, I would feel it right away, so this is working out really well. So as I mentioned, it's actually pretty decent on the asphalt here. I'm finding I'm getting good traction, and it's really quite comfortable. Sometimes with off-road tires, you know, you're riding around and taking corners, or if it's a little bit slippery, it gets a little dodgy. But when I give it the beans here, it's no problem whatsoever. And as I mentioned, the brakes are good. Power's good. It's actually limited to 20 miles an hour at present, so I have to go home and figure out how to turn the limiter off. But 20 miles an hour, it's about 32 kilometers an hour. That's still pretty fast. Yeah, this actually, you know what? I'm actually pretty happy with this. I was a little worried about the tires, if I'm honest, and I really shouldn't have been. This is actually pretty decent. So 10-inch tires with 3-inch width. The horn's a pretty basic horn. Let's hear it. Woohoo! 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 But you know what? That got the attention of the person there when they were walking in front of me, so that was nice. And the disc brakes, they are not hydraulic, but pretty decent. Also, I want to say a special thank you to Michael for helping out today. We've been all over the map. We've been in the hills and back streets of Saanich, and now we're all the way down in Victoria, riding around by the ocean. So what do I like and what don't I like about the Synergy Cyclone? I'm going to share with you, or start off with you, what I don't like. Although I love the light, I think the position of the light could be better. It could be a bit higher up. I love the lights on the side, on the deck. I'm just a little bit nervous that maybe they're in a spot where if you drop it, it might break easily. But you know what, time will tell on that. I do like the brakes. They're not hydraulic, but they're taking this big guy down to a stop in no time. One of the things I didn't like too much was the weight. It's 77 pounds, which was a little bit heavy for me to carry around. But what I can share with you, it has a max weight limit of 350 pounds, which is way bigger than I am. So if you're a really big guy, this is going to be pretty awesome. I did like the little indicators at the back. There are these two cute little indicators at the back. I'm not sure how visible they're going to be for traffic as you're going past. I just found a beaver. Are we recording? Yep. There we are, one beaver, or for my American fellows, we call this a nickel. The display is adequate. It's not great, it's not amazing, but you know what? It's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Victoria, and it's able to show me exactly how fast I'm going, what gear I'm in. It has 3 gears, so you can decide how fast you want your top speed to be. It does have up on top here, it has the dual motor and the turbo, like a lot of these dual motor scooters, so you can turn off dual motor or go to single motor or go to turbo on. On the deck, it has something interesting. It has dual ports for charging, and they're right up on top here. So I'm not sure about that. I thought at first it might interfere with my foot position, but it really doesn't. I haven't felt it at all while I'm riding around. I do like the kick plate at the back, which is really handy for bracing when you're taking off at the red light. Green light, totally meant green light. Overall, this is big guy approved. I am actually quite delighted with this. I wasn't sure at the very beginning whether I was going to like the tires and riding around on wet pavement in particular and going through the forest, but as I got used to it, I really started to enjoy it. So this is 2 thumbs up from Tim for the Synergy Cyclone.
Big guy approved.